everyone, Zero JD here with the XBLA Fan Channel. I'm here to give you a quick taste of dangerous driving. There's no music on this main screen, but whatever. See, there's still sound though. I have played a little bit of this, and I don't actually like it that much. There's some weird stuff with the driving and AI stuff that I've not liked at all. Just so you all know, I've actually disabled the takedown cameras. When you take someone down, it flips over to them, slows down time, and you get to watch it. And I think the computer takes control of your vehicle, so you don't crash into anything. I don't trust it though. This is also in a hope of maybe slowing or speeding up my respawn timer when I explode. I've noticed that when I die, it takes a certain amount of time for me to respawn. If I wreck someone, I see them almost instantly back in the race. I've wrecked someone and had them blow by me within like a second or two, which kind of makes me believe that they are not bound to the same rules as I am. I've only undone the sedan class because the major issue I have with this game is I understand you're supposed to be a aggressive driver, knock people out and all that kind of stuff. But I've gotten to do these like face-offs where you need to win. The way you win is you beat your rival and stuff like that. I'll blow past him at the very maybe about halfway in, and about like when there's a third of the track left, I will literally, and I'm not exaggerating, say tap another car that's heading my way, and I will explode, and it feels like that camera takes forever, and I'll just lose my place and lose. So all that work just gets blown out of the water. It's also hard because there's no while you're racing, there's no map there that you can look at. So I don't know if it's good to use my boost if there's a long stretch of road ahead of me, or if it's a deceptively short stretch and then there's a hairpin turn or anything like that. And the view of the camera is oddly close to your car, so I've always had issues seeing stuff further away. But other than that, I think it controls okay. It's just maybe not for me. But I'm going to show you the one I like the most, Road Rage, which is essentially just blowing up other vehicles. Showdown is essentially you're going in. Race is self-explanatory. It's a freaking race. And I actually got gold on that, if you see that. Shakedown, you're going through a track where you need to beat the track in a certain amount of time, get gold, bronze, silver, or bronze. The issue is like the times between each other are like 10 seconds apart, like maybe 10 seconds apart. That seems like a decent amount of time, but I don't know how long the tracks are. So again, I don't know when to do my boost, and I don't really want to keep playing these tracks over and over and over again because the loading screens are a bit long for what this game kind of offers. I don't know what Heat Wave is. Pursuit, I'm going to guess you're chasing a specific person. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to show off Road Rage. But like I said before, it's weird. It feels like some of the vehicles take... actually, let's do a race. That'll actually show that off more. See, like there's this loading screen between that, just going back to the main screen. Like it just feels like the other vehicles just respawn faster than you do. Oh, look, the music's back. The one I was doing against my rival, when they did the 3, 2, 1, half a second before it said go, when I could move, my rival took off the line. So it was really weird that he was able to actually blast off before I was, and I had to play catch up. Maybe it's meant to do that. But if maybe they could have said something beforehand, like, hey, catch up to your rival and beat him, instead of making it kind of sound like this was going to be like an even race. But it's a normal racing game. There's no emergency brake. Left trigger is your like kind of brake, get around corners and stuff. Bottom left, I am Need for Speed, not Need for Speed, Burnout. I believe Burnout Paradise, if I'm remembering correctly. Going against traffic and all that kind of fun stuff gets you boost. And then we're going to take this dude out. Double takedown. But that's essentially what this game has been. I've learned very quickly that if you want to win, you need to take people out. They do respawn. But as you can see, like, I feel this view is very low and down. And it's just hard to kind of comprehend like what's ahead of you. The reason I'm doing pretty well on this track is I have played this track probably about 4 or 5 times. Ooh. Oh, get over. But yeah, I've turned off the takedown camera because I just kind of don't trust the AI to drive my vehicle. Like, the vehicle that just slammed into me is the one I just eliminated, and that's a lot faster than I would have respawned. But as you see, there's no way to actually tell... Ooh, that was janky. Tell who is... That's, I believe that blue car was that vehicle I took out before I took out the first place guy. And that's the first place guy, I believe. But yeah, they just seem to respawn so much faster than I do, and it just doesn't feel fair. Oop, there's an achievement. All the achievements have essentially been, persistent wreck. So even though my vehicle slowed down, everyone else was still going at what felt like full speed. Oh, there I go. Oh, don't know if you saw that, but that's one of those things I was talking about earlier where it feels like the vehicles very clearly have a line they kind of stick to at times. It was very much, you could really see it during the event where you're taking down other people. Like, I understand, like, you're gonna have to replay some of these levels and stuff like that, but the semi-long load times between that kind of stuff is just agony, especially if you get, like, you get 99% through a race and then something little messes you up. And you don't want to keep doing it. You really don't want to keep doing it over and over again. It's like, let's say you have an RTS game where you can't save the entire thing. You get to the very end and then something happens and you lose. And like, there you go. Both of those vehicles are ones I just crashed. So like I said before, they feel like they come back super fast in almost an unfair manner. So let's see, hold on. See, like, that's a good 3-4 seconds, maybe 5 of me having to respawn. And let's see if we can't take out this buddy right here. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Huh. There it is. So it's actually, so it is about the same. Or maybe it's just because I waited for him. I wonder if how they spawn him in. And then I'll just kind of get out of here. But that's dangerous driving. I'm not the biggest fan of it. It feels wonky at points like, if it feels wonky at the worst possible points. Like, I've literally lost races of, like, gently tapping of another vehicle that shouldn't really do anything. We're going to do road rage so I can actually show, like, the weird, like stuff. Hold on, sorry. I'll turn on the crash camera so we can at least see that. Go back. Settings. You can't turn this on during gameplay. This is literally the only one. Sedan class. Road rage. And of course, like, the way you get better vehicles is you do, you have to beat your rivals and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, these load times, for how the game looks, just doesn't feel like the best. Like, it doesn't feel like it should be taking this long and all that kind of stuff. Well, right away. Let's see, if I remember right. No, whatever. But yeah, this mode is my favorite. Just kind of just destroy people. Well. And then there's a danger thing where you can do after touches and kind of... I haven't gotten to the mode for that yet, but honestly, I really don't want to keep playing to see it. Once in a while, the other AI will randomly crash. Oh, my car actually slammed into another car while that was happening. I saw that in the background. You can't trick me. And the more they wreck up, the more stuff you get. But yeah, that's dangerous driving. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I know I'm not the biggest racing fan, but I've done decent in, like, the Forza game, Forza, whatever the way you say it. But This one just feels wonky at a very key points. Like that crash there, the one I rear-ended that guy, did not feel like that should explode my vehicles, especially with that dude just smacking into me. Like, what was different from that crash than the one where I just rear-ended that dude? It doesn't, like, the crashes don't always make sense, and that's when they feel kind of unfair. But I am ZeroJD. Thank you very much for joining me. This is the XBLA Fans channel. This is Dangerous Driving. There are plenty other games, like racing games, that are more go-karty. This feels like it's stuck between kind to be like a burnout kind of like follow-up with some weird other stuff thrown in. But I am ZeroJD. This is the XBLA Fans channel. Thank you very much, and check out our videos. Bye!